All right, good morning, traders. Today's March 6, 2025. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Everybody out there, want to thank everybody out there in digital land, cyber land, podcast land, all three. All right, thank you for being here. Thank you for finding the value in my content. I just love that. Thank you for subscribing to my content. And even more special, leaving kind words. Love that. Really love that. By the way, for everybody out there in Cyberland, Digital Land, Podcast Land, BYOB's having an open house on March 10th. That's Monday, March 10th. There'll be a link, all right, to get registered so you can join us on Monday, all right? I will probably start a new 27K account on Monday, all right, since I doubled the last one. All right, so we'll do it again and start another 27K account on March 10th. How's that sound? All right, so, hey, good morning, Rally. Hey, can you guys still hear me? Because I just got disconnected again. I don't know what happened. You can hear me? Good, thanks. All right. Yep, awesome, love it. Okay. All right, let's get down to business, all right? My SPY pivot this morning, 578. That's the same one it was yesterday, yes. Well, that's where the balance area seemed to be, kind of registered right on the same line. So above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 are in daily downtrends. IWM, SPY, QQQ, and the new ticker symbol is FNGA. I guess they dropped the U and went with an A. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. Why they needed to change it. Anyways, all made inside days. Okay, that's lower highs and higher lows. Closing near the 3 EMA on the daily chart. So some closed in the trap, some closed below the trap, and under their daily 17 EMAs. Okay, SPY closed with it squeaked out a 2-hour uptrend, and it squeaked out a 10-minute downtrend. So we'll see where it goes today. We're already gapping down. All right, Diamond Dow made a higher low and a higher high, closing inside a bearish trap under the 17, kind of just like the others. Gold and silver, both in daily uptrends, both made higher highs and higher lows, closing over bullish traps. Hey, I like silver. All right, over their 17 EMAs. USO's in a daily downtrend, made a lower low. Oh, this thing is really ugly, people. I never seen anything this bad. All right, in a daily downtrend, made a lower low and a lower high, under a bearish trap, under the 17. It's like under everything. All right, so ain't looking good, USO. UNG, wow, what a difference, all right? You got one all the way at the bottom and one at the top. UNG is flying high, by the way, needs to cool off, if you ask me. UNG made a lower low and a lower high, closing over a bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. Just doing phenomenal. All right, US dollar index still in a downtrend and dropping like a rock. All right, closed near the 104.34 area. Max pain for today for SPY is 580 with the put to call ratio of 1 put to each call that expires today at 4:15. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. Okay, SPY. Okay, see like right there, they just squeaked out barely 10-minute downtrend. And it's, just squeaked out a 10-minute downtrend on the 2-hour. And you can see on the 2-hour, see like just right there, they squeaked out a 2-hour uptrend coming into the close. All right, so we have a 10-minute downtrend. So we're looking for continuation on that 10-minute downtrend. So we're looking for, on the 10-minute chart, green candle, okay, preferably under the pivot. All right, we're looking for a green candle, not a green candle, a red candle, looking for a red candle for a continuation of the downtrend. Looking for a red candle. I don't want it to be one of these spinning tops. I don't want it to be like a short squat doji like this one right here, right underneath my cursor. That's a doji. That's kind of a spinning top. It's got long wick, long tail, okay, spinning tops there. No doji, no spinning tops, because that kind of shows me that bulls and bears are in agreement on price. So I need to see the bears step in if I'm looking for that red candle. All right, and no green candles. All right, no green candles, because obviously if we're trying to short it, all right, we don't want to be selling into strength. I mean, it's good when you're taking profits on a bullish position, selling into strength. But when you're starting out a new position, it's like trying to swim against the tide. It's not that easy. All right. So we had a nice bullish flag up here. Why we're gapping down, I'm not surprised. But we had a nice bullish flag. Look at that flag up there that was holding in there for well over 2 hours, since 2 o'clock, since 2:30. All right, so we're looking for a red candle. Can't be a bottoming tail candle. All right, we don't want something like this one right here. See where it's got more tail than body and wick. All right, we don't want that. All right, because that shows us that the bulls were really in control of price there, because there's way more tail than there is body and wick. All right, so we want to see something where the bears are operating and they're in control. Nice red candle down like that with a little tail on the bottom. Okay, that's what we're looking for this morning as an entry to the 10-minute downtrend. All right, so there's SPY on the 10-minute chart. All right, and let's take a look at the daily chart. And daily chart was an inside day. That's a lower high and a higher low, closing under the trap, closing under the falling 17, closing under, well, you can put all-time high anchored VWAP. There's the pink line right there. Okay, so price action, you can see. And on the weekly chart, guess what? On the weekly chart, if you haven't been with me for a while, we made a lower low, so we just busted up the weekly downtrend, and now we're in the weekly uptrend. So now we're in a weekly downtrend, all right, because we just made a lower low on this spike here of the 17. So we'll see what happens. So back to the daily chart. We'll zoom out here. You can see price action yesterday closed in the upper third, so that's still bullish. You can see right now we're opening up out of the upper third, so that's kind of bearish. All right, so upper third bullish. All right, below the upper third. Okay, that's neutral. All right, on the daily time frame. Okay, on the daily time frame. Okay, in the upper third bullish. Okay, not in the upper third, neutral. All right, let's take a look at the game plan this morning. Hook it up on the 15-minute chart. Okay, all right, so again, SPY pivot this morning was the same as yesterday, 578. See how you can see price action move up to this location, and then when we got above it, we came back down to this location, kind of indicating that that would be the balance area right through there. So above that, I want to be a bull. Below that, I want to be a bear. It's kind of indicating that's the balance. You hear Malcolm talk about it all the time. Well, that's kind of what we're doing every day when we create the pivot. All right, so pivot 578. All right, so red erases green. All right, below these, see all these tails down here. So that's my entry below those tails. Okay, so below 576.60. All right, is my bearish entry. Now yesterday we never got triggered. All right, as far as the game plan, we didn't have a 10-minute downtrend. All right, see, we had a 10-minute downtrend that we traded, and we had a 10-minute uptrend that we traded. Okay, but in that, okay, we never had a quote, green erases red or a red erases green entry, except for maybe like right here. Okay, think right there was our entry. I don't know. I think it was down here before. I think it was right there. So we never had an entry yesterday on red erases green or green erases red. But we did play the 10-minute downtrends under VWAP and the 10-minute uptrends over VWAP. All right. So we played that and we played that. We traded both of those. All right. So here's SPY. So my underneath all of these tails right here, I want to be a bear. That would be a bearish entry. 576.60. Below that, that would be my bearish entry. I have to be careful because obviously buyers stepped in here and buyers stepped in here. So it's really not a great entry. I'll just have to kind of hang on tight because I got to tell you, I see buyers stepped in twice before. So if we get down there, I have to take note that buyers stepped in on both of these locations the last 2 days here. So probably have to kind of move my stop up, keep it tight so I don't have it go against me anyways. So there's SPY, there's the game plan. And again, up over here we have green erases red. So right up here, up over 584.36. In other words, if this bull flag, if they can get through this bull flag that we had yesterday, okay, I want to be a buyer up there. Probably a target would be this all-time high anchored VWAP right there, which is this teal line. So that's sitting at, it's currently at 590.48. So we'll see what happens. So there's the SPY game plan. Let's take a look at the QQQ game plan. Okay, QQQ, you can see kind of the same thing. See the balance area where price comes down and they come back to this area and then they get above it and then they come back to this area. So this becomes my pivot, all right? 596.80, okay? So under this group of tails here, under 492.45, that's a bearish entry for me. And then above all of these wicks up here, over 502.75, that's going to be my bullish entry up there. Okay, so kind of like yesterday, we never got a bearish entry on the QQQ, and we never got a bullish entry. So we'll see if it happens again today, or are they going to print another inside day? And by the way, I like either SPY or QQQ. I like 1 DTE, 1 day till expiration, or 8 days till expiration. Friday options, because you got more open interest there, all right? I want higher liquidity so I can get in and I want to get out, all right? Not a lot of slippage. That's what I'm looking for. Less slippage. All right, so there's our QQQ game plan right there for today. All right, let's go take a look at some of the other indexes and the FNGA. So start off with, flip to this chart, go to the daily. All right, let's find IWM. Oh, IWM looks bad. All right, look how bad IWM looks. This is horrible. Anyways, IWM, make sure I got the right day here. Inside day. See that? Lower high, higher low. Closing under the trap. See the 3 and the 8. See the separation. Bearish trap. Closing under the trap. Under the falling 17. That's the red dots right there. Okay. Underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. See the pink line right there. Underneath the uptrend line. See the beige line shooting up there. That's our uptrend line. Under the uptrend line. Okay. Under the all-time high anchored VWAP. Under a falling 17. Under the midpoint. Actually, down here in quadrant 1, it's bearish. All right, at this time. IWM is bearish. All right. Same thing applies here. If they go down, let me get my drawing tools out. If they go down and hold the lower ground, that's going to be bearish. All right. So if they go down, like I said, if they come down and then hold the lower ground, okay, that's bearish. All right. What else is bearish is when price moves up, gives it up, and more, that's bearish too. Okay? See how they move up and they give it up and more? See, that's bearish too. Okay? So if they go down, again, if they go down and hold the lower ground, that's also bearish. All right? So you know, this is in bears territory right now. All right, so there's IWM. Nothing happy happening here in IWM. All right, I see no happy people here. All right, so let's go over to Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow a little bit different than the rest of the the other indices. Excuse me. Higher low, higher high, closing inside a bearish trap, under a falling 17, under the all-time high, but closing above the uptrend line. Nice recovery. Looks like they're losing it this morning, though. Okay, so in the upper third, that's bullish. I'm going to give it to them. All right, but I do think that they lost it already this morning. All right, so there's Diamond Dow. In the upper third was bullish. Again, I think they've lost it this morning. All right, but we'll see where the daily candle prints. All right, so there's Diamond Dow on the daily chart. Let's take a look at our last one, FNGA. Don't know why they had to change that. Again, another inside day, lower high, higher low, closing inside a bearish trap, under the falling 17, below the all-time high anchored VWAP, below the uptrend line, right here at the midpoint. That's just neutral. Okay, Diamond Dow bullish, SPY was bullish yesterday, QQQ I think was neutral. See that? It's at the midpoint. FNGA, okay, see that? It's at the midpoint, just neutral there. SPY finished in the upper third, so that's bullish. Okay, although this morning we're coming down. All right, and then what was the other one there? Diamond Dow. Yeah, no, we got that one. IWM. IWM is, I'm pretty sure that is neutral. No, bearish. Okay, see IWM bearish down here. All right, let's take a look at a few other sectors. Actually, look at our technicals. T2122 had a little bounce yesterday. Out of the oversold zone, okay, and after the 2 martini lunch, we had a little bounce, okay, made some higher lows here, along with some higher highs, wound up clearing the sell zone and locating inside the seller's chop zone. We'll find out if they can do some more of that today. Like to see some continuation back up to the midpoint up here. Although with this morning's gap, I don't think that's going to happen. All right, we may find ourselves right back here in the oversold zone again. We'll see what happens here. Okay, this is T2122. So on T2123, what do you think this is going to look like? You saw T2122. Yeah. Okay, selling in the beginning of the day. All right, and then of course, right after the 2 martini lunch, then they start buying it right back up again. Okay, so there it is. T2123 starts out red, finishes the day with a bull flag up here, green over there on the later half of the day. Still caught underneath the falling 200 SMA. Still got a bearish gap that the bulls are just not filling. All right, so, and again, price is moving down and holding the lower ground. Okay, so that's still bearish. That's still a bearish environment. All right, because you've got consolidation. Let's just call this consolidation. Okay, you've got consolidation here under consolidation. That's a bearish environment. Unless they start making new highs, okay, we're in a bearish environment. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. All right, so, just kind of think about what you want to trade. Maybe work on the shorts more than you would the bulls. we'll see what happens. Then bullish trades. All right, so there's T2123 on the 15 minutes. Let's see what the 3-bar looks like. 3-bar currently finding a home on top of this prior all-time high. Didn't think we were coming this far back. But you know what? Market law number 4, okay? Price fails to make a higher high. You know what? We're probably going to come back and retest the lows. So here we are trying to retest the lows. All right? T2123. No surprise there. They couldn't get the higher high done. Hopefully they make a little squeak out a little higher low here and maybe find their way back up. We'll find out what happens this week and next week. Okay, so that's T2123, 3-bar chart. Again, 3 more red candle bars, finding a home on the prior all-time high. Okay, it's the 3-bar chart. Still caught underneath the falling 200 SMA. All right, so this is bearish. All right, we're making a lower high and we're retesting the low. All right, let's take a look at FNGA. This is the 15-minute chart of the FNGA. Again, just like the market, selling at the beginning of the day after that 2-martini lunch, then they buy it all back. All right, so there you go. Still caught underneath this 200 SMA. Still need to see. Got a higher low here. I got to see a higher high, and they failed to make that higher high. So guess what? Maybe coming down to test the low. Could be this low. Looks like we're there already. Well, we're close. Or this low down here. All right, that's FNGA on the 15. Still caught underneath the falling 200 SMA. Still caught underneath the pink line. That's the all-time high anchored VWAP. Still caught underneath the uptrend line. All right? All right, so we're bearish. This is still bearish. Can't make higher highs. That's bearish. All right, consolidation under consolidation. Trash that out. Find something like that. That's good. No, like that. Okay, again, you got, let's just call it consolidation right here. And then you got consolidation underneath it. And then you got more consolidation underneath that. Okay, this is bearish consolidation. Not pretty consolidation. We like it to be in nice straight lines, but it's not always going to move like that for you, okay? You kind of got to box it off and see what it's doing. And this is what it's doing. It's bearish right now, okay? It's bearish till it's not. That's the way it is. FNGA. All right, let's look at a few sectors, and then we'll hit the economic package. All right, first sector we want to look at. Let's take a peek at XLE. That's not looking good at all. All right, XLE. Let's back way out so you can see the full picture. Yesterday's candle, lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17 EMA. Okay, see the trap right there. 3 EMA underneath the 8, closing under the trap. All right, underneath the 17, that's the red dots right there. Okay, underneath the pink line, okay, that is the 12-month high anchored VWAP right there. Okay, underneath that, underneath downtrend line 1, underneath downtrend line 2, underneath midpoint, darn near the lower third. Okay, so you know it's kind of borderline bearish. All right, it was in neutral territory. Now it's borderline bearish. All right, so there you go with XLE. Not looking good at all. All right, maybe find support right in through here, maybe a triple bottom forming. We'll see what happens. All right, so that's XLE. Let's take a look at USO. It's another ugly one. Okay, again, moving up, giving it up and more. All right, yesterday's candle, lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, way under the falling 17, underneath this 3-year high anchored VWAP right there, closing under that, closing under the uptrend line, closing under the midpoint, down in the lower third. That's bearish right there. All right, although this candle, that's not bearish. Okay, that's not a bearish candle. That's a bullish candle. All right. But they are in bears territory. So if they linger down here too long, definitely bearish. All right. If they snap out of here, which I think they might, all right, they might snap out of here back up here to neutral territory. We'll see. There's USO right there. Okay, that is a bullish candle. See if you get any follow through on that sucker today. All right, so there's USO, bearish at this time. Let's take a look at UNG. UNG, high flyer here, lower high, lower low, closing over the trap, over the 17, over the midpoint, over the 12-month high anchored VWAP, over the tweezer tops over here, okay? Got a tweezer top there. There's a wider tweezer top. These are pliers tops. Tweezer top, pliers tops. Over the pliers tops, all right? Way up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. All right, let's take a look at precious metals. Gold up in quadrant 4, that's bullish, no doubt about that. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17, over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP, darn near the top of quadrant 4, that's bullish. Silver jumping into bullish territory. All right, up a third. All right, this is bullish territory now. All right, like that candle there. What is this? Why are we gapping way back? This might be a gift. I'm telling you, the pulling back like this might be a gift right here. This pullback that you're getting right now. All right, higher low, higher high, closing over the bull trap, over the 17, okay, over the midpoint, in the upper third. That's bullish, and you're getting a nice pullback right now. All right, really nice pullback. All right, I like this. Any 10-minute uptrend, playable for SLV, for me. That's for me, all right? Think about it if you want to follow. All right, so there's SLV. All right, gold bullish, silver bullish. All right, so we like both of those. Precious metals looking good with that falling dollar. All right, let's take a look at a few sectors. SMH. All right, SMH inside day, closing in the bearish trap under the 17. No longer in the lower third. It was in the lower third yesterday. Today, the day before yesterday, they popped up out of it. Okay, so just in neutral territory right now. Okay, so SMH neutral. All right, but nothing bullish going on here. Looking, leaning a little bit more bearish in characteristics, in character. Okay, see, moving down and kind of holding down here. We'll see if they can rip up out of here. This SMH, right, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, under the midpoint, almost in the lower third, neutral right there, on the bearish side of the midpoints. All right, let's take a look at XLK. All right, XLK was bullish for the longest time, for like 4 months. It was bullish up here in the upper third. Today, yesterday, we're neutral. Okay, lower high, higher low, closing inside a bearish trap under the all-time high anchored VWAP, over the midpoint, but not in the upper third, above the uptrend line. Just neutral here on XLK. Okay, they had a nice hold up there. Really, 4 months I think they were spent up there, maybe 5. November to March, close to 5. XLK technology now just neutral. Pull back to the uptrend line. We'll see if AI's got carries any weight with this AI. A lot of people like it. Maybe we bounce right back up in there. We'll see what happens. That would be nice. Okay, price action moving down and bouncing right back up. That would be nice. That's XLK. Let's take a look at XLF. XLF, lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17. Bear in mind, only 3 days ago, 2 days ago, right there, we made new all-time highs on the XLF. All right, closing under the trap, under the 17, up in quadrant 4. That's still bullish. Still bullish, as long as they maintain that upper third. Okay, still bullish up there. Not moving up, but still bullish. Okay, let's take a look at IYT. All right, here's our transports, not doing us any favors. All right, transports, lower high, higher low, higher high, closing in the bearish trap, under the falling 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, under the uptrend line, just over the midpoint here, so it's just neutral. All right, need to get up and hold. See how we go up and we give it up? That's neutral. You go up again, you got to hold the higher ground. All right, go up and then we give it up. Either go up and keep going up, all right, or go up and hold the higher ground, or go up and make higher lows, all right? Do something, but anything but go up and give it up, all right? Anything but go up and give it up, all right? This IYT, all right? Almost looking bearish, you know, up, back, and more, all right? So there we are. We're neutral here on IYT, all right? Let's take a look at economic package for today. Start with the dollar. Hey, look at those red candles over there on the dollar. Wow. Who doesn't want some of that? All right. So, breaking minor support, testing that valley between the two peaks. Probably bounce today a little bit. Hopefully no bounce. Hopefully we just move to the right. That's what I want to see. Move to the right. Okay? I got a feeling we probably bounce right here between that valley between the two peaks. We'll see what happens. Anyways, closing yesterday right around 104.40, 104.36. Price making lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows on the daily time frame. That's a downtrend. All right, so there's the U.S. dollar index, and we like a weak dollar. All right, on the earnings report, let's skip that. Let's go to Max Payne. Max Payne for today, 580. That's for the SPY. All right, and the put-to-call ratio, 1 put to each call, so no put squeeze advantage there on Max Payne for SPY. All right, these are for the puts and calls that expire today at 4:15. FNGA trades 2 times instead of FNGU 3x. Hey, thank you, Rickster. All right, so we just got some clarity. Appreciate that, Rickster. All right, FNGA trades is a 2x instead of FNGU, which is a 3x. And Alan shared the jobless claims. All right, thank you, Alan. Thank you, Rickster. Move this out of the way just for a second. What do we got for jobless claims? All right, the prior was 242. The consensus was 244, and the actual was 221. That's good news. I kind of thought that was gonna really flip out with all those government people losing their jobs due to Doge. All right, I really thought that was gonna creep up, to 500,000. The way that they were talking, I've never seen so much talk about it. I thought it was going to go to 500, 600,000. And we dropped down. We're actually below the range. Go figure. All right, that's some good news. All right, maybe it's coming. It's probably coming. Rickster says government workers might be wanting to be reinstated before filing. I don't know what they're waiting for. I mean, I don't think this is the guy that's wishy-washy. I can see them moving to another position, but I don't think they're going to reopen that position. that they were doing. They're taking some back. Well, all right. I guess that's good for them. Not so great for the taxpayer, unless, of course, they're getting the job done, and then it's good for the taxpayer. Anyways, let's get off that subject. All right, let's go to the economic calendar for today. Okay, you can already see NBA mortgage application. No, we're over here. All right, international trade in goods and services, 8:30. Jobless claims, we just saw it, looking good. 8:30, productivity and cost, 8:30. Got a Fed speaker, got a gas report, natural gas, 10:30. All right, and then we got a Fed balance sheet. Other than that, light day. All right, so far everything's looking good. Tomorrow we got the employment, non-farm payrolls comes out tomorrow at 8:30. Mr. Powell's going to speak at noon 30. And then we got a rig count at 1 and consumer credit at 3. All right, as long as Mr. Powell doesn't mess the thing day up, all right, things are looking good. I do hear whispers of inflation creeping up. Just little whispers. Haven't received any data, but I hear whispers. So I don't know what they're talking about because I haven't seen any data, all right? But I do hear whispers, all right? So we'll see how that works out in the future. Just want to make a note of that. Let's take a look at the earnings calendar. And today's Thursday. Guess who reports tonight? This is the main event tonight. Almost $1 trillion. Wow, they went down in market cap. Did they release earnings early? They were up at 900 yesterday. All right. Broadcom, $878 billion. They were close to $1 trillion. Costco, 460. They went down too. 460 billion. All right. Both reporting tonight. Broadcom, heavy in the tech, is one of the heavy weighted stocks in the QQQ and the SPY. That could rip and rock and roll the markets. All right. Hopefully it's good. If it's bad, we might have, 550 in the windshield. All right. We'll see what happens. Again, after that, so might want to be hedged for tonight. All right. Familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets, not like NVIDIA, Broadcom, Costco. All right. Familiar names. That's it. Friday. Again, more familiar names, nothing that's going to move the markets. Monday, Oracle is going to report $440 billion. Okay. They're going to report in the evening on Monday. And the rest of them, more familiar names, nothing that's really going to move the markets right there. Okay. So we're all wrapped up with the earnings report right now. All right, traders, cook the numbers. I don't know. It's kind of feels that way, doesn't it? I'm not pointing any fingers, but that's not what I expected. All right, traders. All right, I'm going to take a 30-minute break, come back and open up, render my video, get it posted for everybody out there in Cyberland. Cyberland, YouTube land, digital land, everybody land, all right? Okay, open house Monday. Starting a brand new 27K account on Monday. All right, already doubled the last one. So see you guys on Monday. Come join us. Get registered. The link will be in the description or in the title. All right, hope to see you there.